I get it when you're planning a new kitchen or upgrading a home theater bar. The little details are what keep you up at night. You've already chosen the Napoleon Pro 500 or maybe the LEX 485, and now you're staring at the gap between the grill head and the surrounding cabinetry. Too much clearance feels sloppy, too little, and you're flirting with fire safety codes. That's where the zero clearance liner steps in. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. Let's walk through why this stainless steel insert might be the missing piece that lets you install the grill heads closer to combustible surfaces without compromising safety, and when you might actually be better off leaving it on the shelf. First off, the biggest hesitation people have with built-in grills is the fear of heat damage to the surrounding wood or drywall. The liner claims to create a seamless, heat-resistant barrier, and that's a real concern if you're mounting the unit in a tight galley kitchen or a sleek condo where every millimeter counts. From what I've gathered, the component is a custom-fit piece that slides into the grill's frame, essentially extending the metal housing outward just enough to keep the outer skin of your cabinets at a safe distance. It's not a decorative trim. It's a functional shield made of stainless steel, so it resists rust and can handle the high temperatures typical of Napoleon's built-in models. Now, who actually benefits from this? If you're a homeowner who wants a clean, flush look where the grill sits flush with the countertop, this part is a solid investment. It's also a smart choice for professional-grade installations. Think a restaurant's open kitchen where the grill is against a stainless steel prep surface. In those setups, the liner eliminates the need for extra clearance that would otherwise force you to redesign the whole layout. For DIY remodelers, the fact that it's made to fit specific Napoleon models, Pro 500, P500, and LEX 485, means you won't have to hack or trim anything yourself. You just slot it in and you're good to go. On the flip side, if you have a spacious island or a dedicated outdoor kitchen where the grill sits far from any combustible material, the liner becomes more of a luxury than a necessity. You might end up paying extra for a piece you'll never really need. Also, renters should think twice. Most lease agreements won't let you make permanent modifications to the cabinetry, and while the liner is removable, the installation does require drilling and a snug fit that could be a hassle to reverse. Let's talk practical strengths. The stainless steel construction is the first thing that stands out. Unlike thin aluminum or plastic heat shields, this steel is thick enough to absorb and disperse heat without warping over time. That translates into a longer lifespan for both the liner and the surrounding cabinetry, especially in high-use environments. Because it's a zero-clearance design, you get the visual benefit of a tighter integration without sacrificing that crucial safety buffer. In real-world terms, that means you can slide a cast-iron skillet right up to the grill wall without worrying about the edge of the countertop getting scorched after a few weeks of grilling steaks. Another practical point is installation simplicity. The component is advertised as a made-to-fit piece, and installers I've spoken with confirm that it drops into the grill's frame with minimal fiddling. You don't need to cut the metal or use additional brackets. You just align the notches and secure it with the supplied screws. For a typical home remodeler, that translates into roughly an hour of work, one of those tasks you can knock out while the rest of the kitchen remodel is underway. Now, let's be honest about weaknesses. The biggest downside is that the product is limited to 3 specific grill models. If you own an older Napoleon unit or a different brand altogether, the liner won't fit, and there's no easy way to adapt it. That narrow compatibility means you have to double-check your model numbers before you click Add to Cart. Otherwise, you'll be stuck with a component that can't be used. Additionally, because it's a metal piece that extends the grill's envelope, you have to be mindful of the surrounding ventilation. In a cramped cabinet, the added thickness could affect airflow to the burners, potentially leading to a slight drop in efficiency if the ventilation isn't adequately sized. It's not a deal breaker, but it's something a professional installer should verify during the planning stage. From a value perspective, the liner is priced at the higher end of what you'd expect for a single accessory, but the cost is justified when you factor in the safety margin it adds. Think of it as insurance against a costly fire damage claim or a premature remodel because the cabinet needed to be replaced after a few years of heat exposure. When you compare that to the price of a new set of cabinets or the labor to rebuild a kitchen section, the liner's cost starts to look pretty reasonable. Let's run a quick